Welcome back to Feel Better with Lauren. I'm Lauren. Thanks for joining me. One of the things I really try to work on is unity. Unity of my body, my brain, and my breath, and being very present in the physical location that I am. And there's a few different ways you can go about doing them. One of them is mindfulness. And mindfulness for me is becoming very aware of my body, very aware of my surroundings, and everything has the same weight. It sort of unifies together. The opposite way of that, which gets you to the same place or gets me to the same place, is what I might call mindlessness. And it's where I'm not paying particular attention to anything at all. And that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm just going to give you cues. It's going to go a little bit quicker. You don't have to overthink anything because everything will have its own weight of nothingness, and that nothingness will join together and make one big unified nothingness. And if you feel more unified, you will feel better. So welcome to a very quick one today. Don't overthink anything. Don't even think about anything at all. Listen to my cues. Try to follow along. If you miss something or you're out of step, it doesn't matter. You're just going to let your body keep on doing what it's doing. And even if you decide that you want to do something different and your body just lets you do that, follow on. There's no right or wrong here. For right now, let's start at the back of our mat. You can go onto your knees if that's comfy, or you can go onto cross-legged, however you want to feel. And let's still just take a little bit to just take in where we are, to breathe in and get rid of all that stale air that's in our body. So in through our nose and out through our mouth, really force all that air out of there, right? And one last time. Now, let's just go onto our toes and we'll stretch at the back of our feet. Put your hands together a little bit further than usual, but still having the eyes of your elbows facing forward. And we're just going to move with our breath back and forth. And each time you go forward, you stretch your wrists, and when you go back, you stretch your toes. And you can go in circles, whatever your body's feeling here. Go the other way. And each turn gives you a little stretch. Now, still in this, have your wrists facing the other way. Lean forward and back and around. In the other direction. And finally, let's put your wrists closer together, your elbows still facing forward again, still stretching at the back of your feet, and just forward and back. Nothing should hurt. Make some circles. In the other direction. Now let's move a little forward. Actually, shake your wrist for 2 seconds. Get a little extra stretch in the back of your feet. And now let's go into tabletop. Untuck your toes. And moving with your breath, however that breath is, fast or slow. Drop your belly for cow. And do circles around, maybe barrel rolls to cat. Maybe the other direction, whatever your body's feeling. And now just move your arms forward to puppy pose, where your hips are over your knees, your forehead goes down. And try to just sink all the way down as far as you can. Now, move back just a little bit, open up your knees, maybe sit onto your heels. Your forehead touches the ground again, or one more breath. All the way out. Now, slide all the way along the ground as far as you can into Sphinx pose. Your elbows behind. Lenny, come here. Nope. Maybe push up to seal. Your arms are straight. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Nice breaths in. Keep your butt flexed so that you're not putting extra stress on your back. One last breath in. And relax all the way down. Left arm goes out. Right leg goes up. Let's just stretch our back out a little bit. And then let's roll back to the other side. Your right arm all the way out. Your left leg bent. Push up over it. And the last breath in. And roll back onto our stomachs. Now, tuck your toes. Put your arms beside. Try to lift up your knees. If you can do this, you can either go back to child's pose or you can slowly push up to plank. Just get yourself straightened out there. And then push back up to downward dog. You can step out, just get any movement you've got feeling here. You can move with your breath or not. When it feels right, you can slow down your movement and push up to a downward dog where your wrists and your hips are all in line. And try to straighten your legs as much as you can, but not at the sacrifice of keeping everything in a straight line from your wrists to your hips. On your next inhale in, we're going to go through a few moves. So inhale to plank. Keep your hips going all the way into upward dog on your toes and forward to that push-up chaturanga, up the plank and back. So we're just going to move forward. Like, and I bend my knees quite a bit here. It's all about getting this wave and flow going through you. So downward dog, plank, upward dog, and back to plank, downward dog. We'll just do that roll two more times. One, plank, upward dog, push up, plank, downward dog. One more time. Plank, upward dog, chaturanga, plank, downward dog. Your body can keep moving here. Your right leg can go all the way up into the air. It bends over and tries to reach the ground. Your right leg, and then it goes straight up into the air again onto your left leg toes. And your knees goes to your chest. And then outside your hips, outside your hands for lizard lunge. Here, just get a little bit of movement going. Pushing up. Let your knee fall out, in, however feels right for you. Okay, now that you're into that, we're going to push our legs straight and our right arm back, and then forward and back and forward and back and forward. Now, while you're here, you've got your left hand and your left foot. Let's see if you can lift your leg left and put your leg through. And then your hip down and your foot into the air. From here, you're going to try to reach up to your foot. If you want to put your foot down, you can. Now, your right leg bends. You roll back up where your foot is straight and try to sneak it underneath. Back to lizard lunge. Now, your left leg comes forward, and we do a little twist. Left arm to the air, right arm behind you. And just twisting and relaxing there. And getting your breath back a little bit if you need to. One last breath in. Twist back. We're back to lizard lunge again. Now, one more thing while we're in lizard lunge here. We're going to put our right arm to the sky. And just twist and stretch that way. And back down again. And your left knee down. Reach around with your right hand, grab your foot if you can. And just stretch forward. Try to keep your back straight. And let your left hip fall forward so you get a good stretch there. Okay, and slowly let your foot out. Back to lizard lunge again. And your foot goes back to plank. Straighten all that out. And back to downward dog. And let's just go through plank, up dog, push up, plank, downward dog. And 2 more times on that. Plank, upward dog, push up, plank, downward dog. And last one, plank, up dog, push up, plank, downward dog. All right, I'm going to take 2 breaths here just to get everything normal again. Now, left leg to the sky. Open your front, back, up on your right toe, knee to your chest. Out for lizard lunge on the other side. And move around however feels good with that. Okay, now we're going to take our left arm, straighten our left leg, back and forward, back and forward, and back, forward, and back, and forward. Now the same as we did only on the other side, our left arm's Our right hand's on the ground, left legs. We're going to lift and put our right foot through there. And then fall back. Our right leg goes to the air. Our left leg hovers off the ground. And we're going to reach for our right toe. One last time. Bend your left leg. Plant your right hand down. And put our right leg back. We're back to lizard lunge again. And our left arm to the sky to twist it. Last breath there. And back down. And our right leg, knee down. Reach behind. And stretch our right quad. And last breath in. And slowly release that. Again to lizard lunge. And then again, back to plank. Tidy everything up. Back to downward dog. And we'll wave through again. So plank, up dog, plank, down dog. Two more. Plank, up dog, push up, plank, down dog. And the last time. Plank, up dog, push up, plank, down dog. Just get everything again. And now what we're going to do is walk or float or jump up to the top of our mat into that squat. Take a little bit of weight off our arms for a moment. Roll out your wrists. Try to keep your back nice and straight. And get a little stillness. Now, your hands go down. Your butt goes up. Roll all the way up. Kick your hips out forward. And back to a prayer. And then from here, your right leg's going to go back into a crescent lunge. Your knee goes down as far as it can. Your arms go to the sky, holding it nice and active. Keep your tailbone tucked here. Try to get your knee as low as you can. And your right arm forward. And your left arm back. Use your core to twist. And then windmill your arms around. The lizard lunge. Warrior 2. Lenny. And then from Warrior 2 back to a high spider lunge. So your left leg straight, your right leg back, your hands to your chest, as low as you can, but not going all the way down. And then scooch forward. Bring your right foot forward into a chair pose, onto your toes. Bend over for a forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, and all the way down, right up again. Your arms behind you, your hips forward, and then back to prayer pose. Now we step back our left foot this time for crescent lunge on the other side. Your back knee down as far as it can. You should be able to see your front two toes, your arms above your head. Now this time your left arm goes forward, your right arm goes back. And then you windmill. Whoop. You know what? You windmill to warrior two. As close to a 90 degrees as you can. Doesn't matter if you can't though. Looking at over your middle finger, your hips tucked again. And then we're going to go back, your right leg straight, your back to a high spider lunge. And then your left leg comes up, joins your front for a chair pose as deep as you can. So that should be quite fast. Chair pose, onto your toes, bend over, halfway lift, forward fold, all the way up to the top with your hips kicked out again. Back to that prayer. Your legs sort of shoulder width apart, and then up to the sky, and then sink all the way down, and then back to reverse tabletop. Push all the way up. Hands and feet are in the same direction. You can move around a little bit, whatever you're feeling here. Engage your core, engage your butt. And then your butt goes down to your heels. Get some sun on your chest. Sink all the way down. Sun on your chest. All the way down. Sun on your chest. All the way down. Reach forward as far as you can. And slowly come back. Happy baby. You can sort of start winding down a little bit here now. Rock back and forth. Massage your back a little bit. Just blowing in the wind. Right leg over left for that figure four. Reach through. Lean to your left a little bit and pull your knee to your chest. You can see mine doesn't go that far. Keep your ankles activated. And then you're going to keep, you're going to roll to the side. Twisted root. And right arm falls back. Oh, where'd you go? Last breath in. Bring your knees to your chest. Left over right. Reach through. Pull your knee to your chest, however far that is. Roll to the right a little bit just to isolate things. Keep rolling to the side. Your left arm falling open. You're not forcing anything. I just put my right arm on my left leg. Last breath in. Hug your knees again. The last thing we'll do, put your feet down, your hands by your feet, and really dig in with your heels, use your butt, use your core to come up to bridge pose, tuck your shoulder blades behind, link your hands beneath and keep a good amount of space between your chin and your chest. Just keep pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. And last breath in, onto your toes, hands above your head, and slowly come down flat. Again, grab your knees to your chest, and then out to the corners of that space for that corpse's pose. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath, hands up to the sky. So hopefully that just following along and just moving and not thinking about stuff, and everything all works together as one. And as you lie here in this corpse's pose, just let everything return to normal. You were unified before, you were unified during, and now you're unified again. And we'll see you in the next video.
Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.